It's gonna be weird not hearing the title theme music for Great Ace Attorney
Oh,
anymore.
yeah, that's true. Um, so I'm going to open the game, and I guess also stream it to Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monica Bear, oh my Gib Gob.
What are you, a little dummy? Sorry, that was really rude. I didn't have to say all that.
You really did.
Didn't have to say all that.
Ooh, character are you gonna be? Who he, God, I can't wait to be Edgeworth.
It's gonna be a while.
I know.
I don't know how long, to be so real with you.
Hey, it'll be fine. As long as the day comes.
I mean, I think it does. To be fully transparent,
Let me be clear.
I think he's in the 3DS. I know he's in the 3DS games, but I
Yeah.
do not know if he shows up in Apollo Justice or not.
I don't expect him to.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Are are you gonna be Apollo or
Uh, I
I
I think I should, since I don't know. He's the one like playing the game. I
yeah, but
guess.
like then you're also gonna be Phoenix, I assume. So
Oh,
you're gonna be like I assume Apollo is in the other two games, so will
yeah.
you be like talking to yourself? I mean, okay,
I
that's
mean, I've been doing
not a
all that.
first for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I do that off stream. My right fist bump.
Hello.
Hello. You weren't
Say hello
supposed to
to
hear all that.
stream.
Yeah, true.
Oh.
Say hello to Moobot, Witty, and Donk7 and Drapsnat. 2 bots, I think.
Yeah, they're also bots.
Yeah.
Dang, bro, you didn't tag me in the title.
Do you have a Twitch? I thought you only used YouTube for this. You have a Twitch? Use your Twitch.
Yeah.
Tripe1? Or is it tripe underscore?
Yeah, tripe one.
Alright, boom. It has been updated. You never stream. You just never stream, and it is so sad.
I'll try streaming
Monica!
Persona. I'll try streaming Persona 3 Reload. It's gonna be. I don't know if my computer can handle that.
Yeah, that's fair. Monica being a brat, screaming.
I got spaghetti, so I might also get cereal later on. Cause I didn't eat anything.
That is funny. You were like, I'm gonna go get cereal, and then you came back with spaghetti.
Yeah.
Bro forgot the assignment.
For real.
Oh man. Are we excited? Digit,
Yeah.
are there any characters in particular you want to be?
I never played Apollo Justice,
Okay.
so I did. Is this the one with Athena,
No,
or is that later on?
that's later. This is the trilogy,
Okay.
though, so she's in the next 2 games, I think.
Got it.
Who am
got
I
it.
playing?
Oh, okay. Hi.
Uh,
You can be anyone in this first game. There
I'll be a
is
girl.
a very prominent girl.
I'll
But
be a girl.
but she is, you might find her annoying. But then there is, well, no, that one's actually annoying. There's one that likes to eat. She's a detective. I mean, you might like her. I don't know, we'll find out. Let me pull up
We'll give it a go. My reading comprehension skills are not the best right now.
That's all good. I'm going
Don't
to...
forget you've got to stream it on Discord.
Yeah.
I sent Yuri a message today, and then I was like more coherent, and I read it back, and I'm like, what the fuck was I trying to say?
This game supports an autosave feature. Please
Yes.
do not turn off your PC when the icon above is on screen.
True.
Okay.
So I have to say, the quality of one of the streams is going to be bad. Or both of them. This is the nature of me having to stream it to Discord and Twitch. So...
Yeah.
I could just pull up your Twitch.
It'll be delayed, is the issue.
Yeah, it'll be delayed.
So, I mean, you can try, but if you want to pull it up right now, you can see, and then when you're there, let me know, and I'll go like 1, 2, 3, bam, and then you can tell me how long it takes to catch up to that.
Well, I don't think it's going to be super delayed, is it? It's going to be only like a 2-second delay.
I don't know.
I mean-
Sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. I really...
Yeah, just depends on the stream.
It does
and how
also
internet's
depend
doing.
on the viewer's internet, too.
I will read. I'll just read, and then when I get to the end of the sentence, you can press the next button.
Okay.
I'll be the narrator, guys.
Oh,
I'm
you
kidding.
mean the oh, okay. I didn't know what you were saying. We're doing English. Click the view button to read our privacy policy. Whoa. Okay. Gameplay. Yeah, there's
I don't
nothing
know if you
really.
can hear me. I'm like eating food right now.
Oh, that's fine.
I got another bowl of soup.
Turn this on to enable story mode.
Oh,
You
auto.
progress through the game without having to press any buttons.
Let's not do that.
Oh, the answers to questions, presentation of evidence, etc. are all handled on your behalf. You just don't even play the game.
Oh,
That's
what?
funny.
In case you're, like, dumb, I guess. Alright.
Or if you
Whoa!
just wanna-
This is...
Or if you just want to watch rather than,
Yeah,
like, if you don't
just
want to
wanna
play.
watch.
Yeah.
That's so smooth.
That was very smooth. Also... PC config? There we go. Sorry, gotta...
Edgeworth gonna be in this?
I don't know if he's going to be in this first one, but he will be in one of the others that are in this trilogy.
Damn it, Connor.
I've already dibsed, so
Can you still see it? Okay, you can still see it.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I was not planning to play Edgeworth at all. Don't even worry about it.
so the only characters we have already dibsed are Connor wants to be Edgeworth, Yura wanted to be Maya, I think, but she isn't here. They're playing Fortnite, and I'm not gonna bug them. And I'm gonna be whoever the main character is in any given game, just because I'm probably gonna be the one that's most consistently in our group playing the game. I'm assuming we're all gonna try to get together whenever we can, but I think me and Connor are probably gonna be the most
What?
consistent.
What?
I'll like try, but you sometimes go, oh, I'm a little eepy, I'm not gonna be on until 8 o'clock. And if me and Connor are chilling and we want to hang out and play this game, we might play the game. And you can watch it too.
It's literally 8 o'clock.
I know it is
Well-
today. I'm just saying there may be whatever.
I'm kidding. I
Alright.
don't care.
Alright.
I'm just pulling your leg.
Okay.
Just memeing.
Alright, don't worry about that guy. So we're going new
Why
game.
does Phoenix look like
That wasn't him.
That wasn't him.
Why is that homeless guy there?
Yeah, exactly. Episode 1, turnabout what?
No! Not Trump. Fuck.
There's an artist.
Am I allowed to swear in this stream?
Yeah, you're allowed to swear on the stream. As long as you don't say slurs, you're fine.
I don't plan on it.
Yeah. So this is
My
the
brother's in bed.
only case that I've actually played. So this will be new for you guys and not me.
Wait, you played through it already?
Just
this
this,
one case.
not like when this came out. Like I've played it in the past, but only this first case.
You lose.
Wham! Smacks. Eek! Sport.
Oh,
Blood. Cards.
Oh my God! Is that you?
Maybe.
No, it's a dead guy. I'm kidding.
Seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cop should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that.
Oh, drama.
Do you want to be this, Shannon?
Yeah, I can be the narrator.
Awesome.
April 20th at 9:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Pew!
Panicked. Palms sweaty. I can admit it. I'm nervous. Yeah.
Mom spaghetti.
Alright, who's this? Oh wait, actually, good morning. This might be a hobo. Nope, it's not. Connor, this is the Edgeworth of this game.
ooh.
Actually, it's kind of not, but you can be him if you want.
He's
What does he
hot.
sound like? What should I?
My headcanon for him, he's Aussie.
He's Aussie?
Well,
For
he...
real?
His brother is...
Bingo, baby.
Well, his brother is like German, so I don't know.
Wouldn't he have a European accent then?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know
Digit,
exactly.
you do this guy since you've already got an image of him.
Oh wait, this is...
He's in Australia.
Sorry, this is still Apollo. Good morning, sir.
You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight.
Wound up, sir? No! I'm loose! I'm fine.
That's
Sorry.
squeaky noise. That your voice? I suppose it's supposed to be.
You got this, bud.
I suppose it's to be expected.
Do like a British accent, do like a stupid British accent that you always do.
I'm trying to remember how I did it. Your first trial, and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh?
I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine.
What?
Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality in your screech.
I overdid it again.
How old is Apollo?
As you know,
Sorry. I don't have a profile for Apollo. He's like 20 at the oldest.
yeah, he's in his early 20s.
He
In
is
this first
Sorry. 17.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's what
As you know, your
yeah.
client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down if he catch my drift.
drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift.
As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through.
Yes. Yes! I'm fine, sir.
One more thing. Don't say fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way.
Gulp.
I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client.
My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. Today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him. No way. Connor, do you want to be the hobo? Actually?
Sure.
Whoa.
Ellipses. Ellipses.
Good morning. Are you gonna?
Alright.
Sorry, are you gonna say your line, Connor? Or?
Ellipses. Morning. It's all up to you today.
First trial, nervous. Meeting him, cardiac arrest. What?
Wait, I was supposed to read it, wasn't I? The blue?
No, the blue is his inner dialogue.
Okay, I thought it was like the
No,
narrator.
if it's green, it's the narrator. Also, Shannon, you can be the judge. Do you want to be the judge?
No.
You have to be the judge. I think I'm supposed
I'll
to
just
say
make
something.
him kidding again if you make me be the judge.
Help?
So you're
Fine, I'm fine.
Mr. Fine, is it? I did remember you having an odd name.
Well, we're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me?
Ellipses.
Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney, and he's your friend, so why?
You'll see. You can do it. Be confident.
I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean,
It's time, shall we?
yes, sir.
Who is this hobo?
Okay, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice.
April 20th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Oh, Shannon, do you want to be the balding guy or the judge? Those are your two options right now.
I'll be the judge. I'll
Okay.
be the judge. This court is now in session.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is, fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Do you want to be the balding guy instead? I don't know if I can talk to myself like this.
Okay, I could do the balding guy.
Do
if
your
you want.
voice. Do your voice for
Do
it.
like a gremlin voice.
This is Apollo still.
Yeah, I know. When he comes up. Mind going blank. Don't panic. Act too late.
Your name was Mr. Justice? And this is your first trial?
Yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine, really.
Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Ahem. Mr. Gavin?
Yes, Your Honor.
I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case.
That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice.
Well, of course he wants justice. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
But to entrust his case to this greenhorn? Why?
Also, they cooked with this art style. This is so good.
It is so
Super
good.
smooth looking.
Do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin.
Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine. But does he have cords of steel?
Then, let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. How was that?
That was good.
Nice.
Ellipses.
This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Dun dun dun!
Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player.
Mr. Wright, how could this have happened?
I won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne?
Sorry.
If you can't do it, I can do it.
Or I can try.
Good
Also, don't think I
I
can talk
saw
to
you
myself.
enter this room fresh attorney, and now I see you leave in chains.
Sound like a Bloodborne character.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's so funny.
Ah,
It is the first one.
Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see.
Winced in pain. Ooh, they were cooking with that name.
Ahem. The crime occurred at the Brush Bowl Club, the Russian restaurant. The defendant, Felix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him, wham, on the head, smack, killed him, cold.
A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was...
The pianist for the club, it seems.
Phoenix Wright, a pianist?
This is the weapon that took the victim's life. A bottle of grape juice.
Oh,
Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice.
the court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence.
Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently.
Oh, the tutorial. Right, I've heard of that.
Use E to look at the evidence.
What?
Oh,
I'm confident in your ability to handle this.
Right, just use E. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. Alright, so now we can look at things. This is our attorney's badge. We love the attorney's badge. This is our autopsy report. Time of death was around 2 a.m. April 17th by a single blow to the forehead. Ooh, his name was Shady Smith? Male? Between 1:45 and 2:15. Log. Got a picture. You guys absorbing all this information in the picture?
Yep.
Boom.
I'm the judge. I have no say in this.
Deadly bottle. Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how well it goes with borscht.
Hi,
Yeah.
Harley. Harley's watching.
Harley, 1 Harley 7. The bottle is completely empty. Is that everything here then?
I guess. So you mean to tell me he chugged an entire bottle of grape juice? That's insane.
Well, it's his favorite drink. Also,
Uh,
these are our people. Christoph, 32. Phoenix, 33. Formerly an ace defense attorney of some renown. Shady Smith,
the dead guy.
he's dead. Winston Payne, 61.
wow.
So the victim was a customer at this restaurant. Which is, who was this, Shady Smith fellow?
We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
A traveler?
According to his passport, he had been out of the country for numbers of years. An immigrant, if you will.
Damn.
He had only returned to his country recently, though his place of residence is unclear.
And he had some sort of connection with the defendant?
That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borscht Bull Club on the night of the crime.
If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing?
That doesn't appear to have been the case. No. The motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill.
Damn.
At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. As we see, or as we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
The judge had a heart attack.
Oh, sorry. Wait a second.
Waited a literal second.
Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself.
Indeed. It appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal.
That was
Is that
Christoph.
true? Yeah. It's true that our defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that. A game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. A competition. Yes. A test of wits in a silent clash of passions.
A test of wits?
Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome.
Come again?
The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women.
Oh, is Pain an incel? I forgot about that.
That will be our first order of business here then. To find out more about this fatal game of cards.
Ellipses.
Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime.
My pleasure.
This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing.
Ooh, new dialogue.
Competition! I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is. A game. And our customers are happy.
A pianist who can't play piano?
Better than a defense attorney who can't defend.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it. What do you guys think about his hair, by the way?
I dislike it.
I
Connor?
think they were cooking.
It reminds me of a bird.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Heck yeah. Better than that.
Yeah, he's...
Better than that Beyblade
alright.
character.
You're sweating bullets.
True.
Bullets? Where?
It's a figure of speech, idiot. Your voice sounds strained and raspy as well.
My brain feels strained and rapsy, sir.
Raspy.
I
You've watched
did.
me perform cross-examinations many of times.
I was hoping you didn't notice.
I didn't know this.
Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher?
What to do? Should I ask for a tutorial? No! No need for help here, sir. I think I got this one covered.
I think you better do more than think. You know it or not.
I'm fine. The cords of steel are ready for battle. My weapons, press and present.
Find any inconsistencies and lies in the testimony and reveal it to the court. This is cross-examination. Learn it. Know it. Do it.
Inconsistencies. Lies? Phoenix Wright? As if. Phoenix Wright would never lie. It's up to me to prove it.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Okay. So,
Wait, am I supposed to...
no.
say
This green text is we're in the game now. So this is the stuff that Connor was just saying. It is now cross-examination. So I get to take these, like, pieces of testimony and press them to get more information, or present evidence to prove that it is inconsistent with the court record. So right now we're just kind of trying to figure out what is up. If there's anything surface level. Main attractions.
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, I mean, my thing is, I don't know. Do the chips mean nothing? That could be an inconsistency. But I guess it's probably better to just press them anyway. Boom. You can hardly play?
Oh, I play sometimes, when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want.
Was that supposed to be a boast just now?
The title of pianist is, mask. A respectable face I wear for the world at large.
Or judge
Ben,
it.
why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club?
Yo, cat. In the chat. They pay you just to play poker?
That would seem to be the case. I am a professional, after all.
I assume Digit's still gone, so...
Ah! Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine.
Yes, your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston.
Ooh.
Got him.
What?
I played poker for 7 years in that little room. And I've never lost. Once.
What?
You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw.
Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time?
As I said, I'm a professional.
He's played poker for 7 years and never lost. Is that even possible? The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction?
It has quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day.
Black market.
All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice it to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room.
A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad.
The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through the small window. I can practically picture it now.
That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else.
The room had a few other tricks to it, though it was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun.
Two decks of cards.
Simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards.
Oh yeah,
There's something else I noticed.
Yeah, Cat, the pain guy looks like almost exactly the same, and also, yes, they did a really good job remaking this.
In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor.
Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. Crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really.
Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards was red, the other blue.
As I recall, in poker, you make 5 card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat.
Yes, a game of hands.
Huh? Sus?
Witty, hold on. I gotta be so real. Don't wave your cursor around. It's making my dyslexia worse.
I can't. Sorry. Can I let you not?
I'm like trying to read, but your mouse is like waving through the words, and I'm like, I can't read
Sorry,
this.
on stream my cursor is off, so I just assumed that on Discord it was the same, but yeah, my bad. I just have ADHD. Hold on. Okay, I'll try not to.
The counter to dyslexia. ADHD.
This competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently.
That's right. It was a simple game, after all.
Are you sure?
Huh?
People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime?
Now that's strange.
What's strange?
I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor.
Ooh.
Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
I completely let that one slip by.
Don't despair yet, Justice.
Sir?
Right. There's something I'd like to make clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. And I'd like to hear from you.
Sure, why not?
Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony.
Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony. I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon. We gotta roast our boy. So, you say you didn't touch the murder weapon, this grape juice bottle, right?
So I said.
Ellipses.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Oh, he's so ugly.
You bad. Our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Payne?
I examined the bottle in the question, you see. It was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Gasp. Gasp.
Objection!
No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine.
Sorry about that.
Excess yelling can damage the judge's ear, in our case.
But, what about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant?
Well, that's true. Well,
Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
upside down? What does that mean?
It means he was holding the bottle inverted. And there can only be one reason for that. Yes. To the brain someone with the bottle.
Oh! Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse.
Oh. I see no problem, Justice.
Huh?
The only thing that matters is the truth. There's only a good reason for everything. You'll see.
Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court?
Ellipses. I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now.
Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason.
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
On the night of the crime, who was it that reported the murder to the police?
Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright, but still that,
Really?
yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from a near scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene? Self-report?
Let's look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? The victim was murdered in the small room in the basement, 2 floors down from the ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendants used the stairs in the hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the phone that made the call?
The defendants could have just fled to the scene of the crime if he chose to. Yet, he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he's being uncooperative?
Ugh.
Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I'd better not waste this. And by this, I mean stopping the trial to check the phone.
Can you turn on the phone?
Ooh. Wow, the battery is being held in with a piece of tape. He should just buy a new one. Maybe he can't afford it. Or he just doesn't care.
You should have bought a Nokia.
I think that is a Nokia.
It looks like one, but
Oh.
if you have to tape the back, it isn't one.
Oh,
Well, there's nothing else to do with this phone.
Can you peel the tape off?
No.
I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
Toyd, are you sure you know what's more serious about?
What was it that you said? The defendant was in the room of the very moment that the crime occurred. How can it possibly know that?
That's a good question. How indeed?
The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has decisive witness.
Uh-oh!
You're as good as they say you are.
So, someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime.
Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready?
Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
Do you want to be this girl, Shannon?
I can be the girl, yeah.
Okay, do you want to also be the judge, or do you want to trade off?
Both!
Okay.
I want to be both! I have my gavel.
The witness will state her name and profession.
Hold on just a moment. Who's the witness?
Digit, I can take this guy if you want to be. If you don't want to be him.
No, I'll be fine with him. I like
Okay.
it.
I surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns.
So I used a little hair gel. Relax, people!
Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. Are you sure? I swear it on my gavel. Please come out.
Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor?
If you're sure it is okay. Ahem. Now, the prosecution. What? Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witness's, paraphernalia?
Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely tools of her trade.
And that would be... My name is Olga Orley. I am employed as a waitress in the Borscht Bowl Club restaurant.
By the way, this isn't a typo. I think she's intended to be Russian. So it's like... Because it's
Well,
Borscht. Yeah,
I can't do a Russian accent.
You do not have to. Her name's Olga, and she goes, "I'm employed as waitress." So I was like, I think this is
I can try and do like a European kind of thing then. Okay.
That's
okay,
up to you. You don't have to, but
Then why the camera? Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant. I also perform how it is said other service? I take it one of these other services is taking pictures of the customers?
click.
Duh. Like, for example, this one.
Oh.
Yo, why is Phoenix's grippers out?
That's the defendant.
Indeed. On the night of the murder.
Man in white hat is one who has gone kaput.
That's you again.
Oh, right. Okay. Indeed. That is the victim. Oh my god, gasp. I bang the cow. Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps. It is same way as I drop cold bowls of borscht on laps of customers casually. Then the court will casually accept this new evidence. Was that good? I feel bad doing like an accent like that.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to do the accent if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Now, witness. Where were you at the time of the murder?
I don't know, don't care, we're checking the picture real quick, boom.
What the fuck?
Yep, sorry, Winston Payne. So yeah, there's the grape juice in the bottom left, we got the piano, and we got the guy... He's sitting on a really long chair, do you see this?
He
That's
is.
true.
Why
I
is...
also noticed something
He's just-
interesting, but I don't know if I should say it.
He's just caked up right now.
Yeah, this trial, Connor, is kind of more for you than it is for me. Since I've already seen the whole thing, so...
Phoenix was wearing the necklace that the guy has on right now.
Ooh. Good notice.
The room just has like a bunch of snow in it. I'm just gonna be so real about it.
I think
Atmosphere.
it's... I guess it is snow. I thought it was fog. But yeah, I guess it is snow. What did you?
I was thinking like, you know, decorations of cotton or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh. It could be, yeah.
Like, how would the snow be there if it's gonna melt?
True.
I was in the room. The hideout, we call it.
Excuse me? The hideout?
It is the room where famous gangster bad guy was arrested.
That's an awesome name.
It is the room where the murder took place.
What?
Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post by courtroom door for you later. Yeah. Photos will be numbered, and you will write which one you want a copy of.
Wow, thank you. So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga Orley. Or Olga O'Reilly, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer,
I
that
wanted to make
means...
her Irish, we could call her O'Reilly.
Yeah. And Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means...
Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about that night's events. Fateful night. That night, customers asked me to deal cards for a game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. Yeah. The victim, he plays the whole time with his hands on locket on his neck. Then, the last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking about doing a Canadian accent, so instead of the duh, I do the A.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man flew at the victim and started strangling him to death. Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose.
Justice?
He was so real for that.
Maybe you come up with a more legitimate objection.
But he hadn't lost in 7 years.
Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose my case. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as a prosecutor either.
The first fucking game he loses.
Yep.
Anyway, whatever.
Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay at the very moment of the crime. The hand and chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Chips, you say?
Yes. Imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, in my youth I was known as the poker head of the courtroom number 3.
I think he means poker face. I don't think he did mean that.
Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Hello, Nyan. We are reading out and playing Ace Attorney Trilogy that just came out.
On stream.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. I did put it
Very
as the chat status so that wouldn't happen, but that's alright.
Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, so you've already read this stuff out, Shannon.
Yeah.
Yep. So, any thoughts about this picture and what they just said, Connor and or Squad?
Maybe the cards. I don't know anything about poker, but I have a feeling that Phoenix Wright's cards were the winning cards on the table right now.
I don't know. I feel like kings would probably be higher value, but I
no,
also don't know.
He has
anything.
2 aces, though.
So
They
does the
both
other
have
guy.
2
I think
aces.
it's like, isn't it I don't know. We could click on it though. Like I feel like one's like a full house or something.
Well, they both have pretty much the same hand. This guy Phoenix has 3 sevens and 2 aces, and the other guy had 3 kings and 2 aces. So, definitely seems like a better hand. I also don't know poker myself. But the thing they were talking about is their chips. This is how the game ended, or supposedly, is with Phoenix with 4 red chips and 1 gray chip, and the other guy with a ton of gray chips and 2 reds.
I'm more so concerned at the whole strangling thing.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll go through the text then. Boom. You were dealing cards. Do you do this often?
They had the same hand in the photo. Sorry.
What?
Yeah. I
Oh.
am doing this.
It doesn't matter if they're kings or sevens?
Yeah, it's equal. So it's what is it? 3 of a kind and a pair. They both have 3 of a kind and a pair.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the different, like, rankings.
The ranking of cards doesn't matter. It's the type of cards. So a royal flush, which is the best hand you can have in the game, is an ace, a king, a queen, a joker, and it says T, but I'm not sure what that means.
I'm not sure.
But anyways, you have to have one of all of the cards, I'm assuming. Of all of the major cards.
Yeah.
But everything else, it's up to what kind of pairs you have.
Interesting.
Shut up.
So, they both had a full house,
Okay.
I think. If a customer wishes it, I serve anything. Borscht, cards, more borscht. It is my work. It is good to hear of a place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service. I welcome you to the Borscht Bowl Club, where borscht is as warm as the waitress.
Thank you for not handing out flyers during the cross-examination. Boom. It's already April. How could it be cold?
At the Borscht Bowl Club, we have pride on authentic rustic Russian restaurant theme. Outside, it is the city in spring, but inside, it is always as cold as Mother Russia.
I guess that's how we know it's, real snow in there. That's crazy. No way am I going there.
That's a crazy thought to have. No way am I going there, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to hot borscht, cold is the best season, yeah?
His locket?
I believe it was a good luck charm, yeah? He gripped it many times while he played that night. Yes, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and the stars. Alright. No, if it were small enough to fit around his neck, it wouldn't have much lift.
The defense would like a clarification. This is a locket we're talking about? I mean a pendant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket?
Of course, I knew that. It was probably a pendant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it that.
No, a locket's a locket. It doesn't matter what shape it is.
It is considered baffling, poke fun, and hard of hearing in our society.
Hard of hearing or hard of understanding?
So what happened next?
Something terrible?
Eek! The defense will refrain from needless shouting.
Sorry. I need to seriously reconsider this vocal training thing.
Now, Miss O'Reilly,
Yeah.
can you tell us what happened?
Oh, I was frightened. I remember trembling with fear.
Boom. But the defendant would never do such a thing.
Eek! Well now, I can't say I've heard the defense try this tactic.
Yeesh.
If possible, please refrain from embarrassing me.
Still, why would anyone do something like this over a game of poker? Perhaps it's because the defendant has lost the game?
Yes. A crushing defeat for a man undefeated. So it's always with men like him. Winners are sore losers. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Go ahead. I believe you know what it is, what you need to do.
Oh, right, sir, leave it to me. There were only 3 people in the room at the time of the moida. The victim, Shady Smith, Mr. Wright, and if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, I've got you now, O'Reilly. So, after he died it, no locket.
Yeah.
But it could have been that he lost the game and gave the pendant to Phoenix.
Mhm.
That
I also think that that's a contradiction what she said at the end, because the autopsy report doesn't say
True.
he. Yeah.
Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Yeah. Normal customers only choke on borscht.
No, I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Miss O'Reilly, really now? Did you witness the crime?
Eek!
Whoa, you were sick with it. That was crazy.
Beet soup.
Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He was wearing his hat and everything.
Yet, it is the fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Bonk.
oh my fucking god.
Here's a photo we took of the victim with the hat off during the investigation.
Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? His head certainly was hit.
Very astute.
But I saw it happen. The defendant, he lunged at the victim, his neck.
Oh really, Miss O'Reilly? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time.
Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this one through once more.
What do you mean? I found a contradiction.
There's one thing in her testimony that troubled me.
Very well. It seems we should continue with the cross-examination.
There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead, let's stop beating it.
My God.
I got it, yeah. There's such a thing as thinking out loud too much.
Okay, so new things. We're gonna press it. Wablam. You didn't say anything about hitting before.
Sorry! I must have been forgetting this. Yeah. Witness, you will take greater care with your testimony. Yes, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
And that clears up the discrepancy of the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant made the strangle his vein. I can't fucking read. Then
It's
changed
okay.
his mind. And chose a simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely.
So he strangled him, then hit him? Something's fishy about all this. And it's not the borscht.
Go ahead. I believe you know what it is you need to know.
Right, sir, leave it to me. There are only 3 people, blah blah blah. We've already done this part. Okay. So a contradiction here. Is it that he doesn't look strangled?
Yeah, there would be marks around a person's neck if they were strangled.
Yeah.
Or... it could be about the bottle, too. I guess.
My thing is if he was hit hard enough for the bottle to kill him, wouldn't the bottle have broken?
You would think...
Yeah. That's why I think she's wearing the oven mitts. Because she probably cut her hand or something.
Maybe.
So she's using that as a cover-up.
What do we think? Are we presenting here on throat?
Yeah, I don't think he was strangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he was strangled either.
Oof. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Justice, please think the facts over before making accusations.
We have lost the little health bar now. I don't
Oh,
think that
no!
won me any points with the judge. Okay.
What evidence do we have?
We have... autopsy report. Oh, we have the attorney's badge. We have the autopsy report. We have this picture. We have this bottle. We have this phone. We have this picture. We have this picture. And we have this picture.
Wait, go back to the picture of him, like, dead?
This-
The other picture of him dead. My bad. Yeah, the bottle's not broken in that one either. Weird.
Yeah, we also just have the bottle and it's not broken.
Hmm.
I think maybe locket time is where we're at.
Perhaps, yeah.
I'll present this one, I guess.
Yeah.
Yo. You know, there was one curious partner testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. What does it mean?
Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with, quote, his hand on locket at his neck, unquote, I believe she said.
Hope you aren't about to raise an objection on the witness's grammar.
No, but it is bad. Also, look at this photograph. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck?
Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this.
But, what does it mean?
If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death.
Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor.
Quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone... Oh my fucking god. Someone must have taken it off, no?
Taking it off. Wait, you don't mean...
The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Ugh.
Yes. Defendant, what do you have to say to this?
Ellipses.
Say?
Yes?
I just noticed this, but... You have something hanging around your neck, don't you?
It looks like a butt plug.
Oh?
No, it doesn't.
You mean this? Yeah, it's a locket. With a photograph inside.
It's so funny. The color is so different from this picture they put, and like what's around his neck. I don't know why they couldn't figure that out.
Yeah.
A photo of my daughter.
Come again?
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter?
We confirmed that at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
Ellipses.
So Mr. Wright has a locket too? Why don't I buy that this is just a coinky dink?
Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game.
The testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost badly.
Ellipses. Miss O'Reilly? You will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant. Yeah.
Serious competition.
The game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning was the victim. For the last hand, the defendant played with all chips on the table and lost.
That's a lie. If either of them did that, then there wouldn't be chips on both sides. Whatever.
The moment the loss was decided, the defendant grabs the bottle from the table and...
Wabunk.
Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
Ah, how many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor.
Sorry,
Oh.
it skipped on its own. That was not me.
A common tale, but true.
So true, Judge. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Ooh, that was an old court drama reference, I guess.
Methinks?
Whatever the judge said. I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now I regret what I done.
I don't know.
Me neither.
I don't watch a lot of court drama movies.
Yeah.
The only court show I've ever seen is Suits.
Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony literally has to be wrong, or he's a liar. Okay, so I'm down to press them all, but that... Am I crazy? She said they bet it all, and then he still has chips at the
Yeah,
end.
it should be, all the chips should actually be on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
But to me, their cards had the same value. It was a draw.
I mean, it's possible that if they have house rules, they were playing so that if you draw, they just go with the higher suit. Like
I want to know the value of the small chips and the big chips.
Ooh. Bros
'Cause
cook
if the small chips are worth more than the big chips, then Phoenix was winning.
by a lot.
That's true.
Actually, she says 3,500. We could math that out.
There's six small and what is that?
1, 2, 3,
10
4,
big.
5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So if the reds are 500 each, then this would be 3,000, and then 3,500.
Wait, 3,500 each.
Yeah.
Maybe the red ones are 1,000 points each.
Oh, 35
Yeah.
each man? I see.
and
Then
that
never
would-
mind.
So the red ones would be each 1,000.
And then the
and
gray
the-
ones would
Would be 100.
Yeah.
Well, there would have to be 15 of them for.
No.
Oh wait, no. I
Yeah.
can't do math. Sorry.
So that would make
And yeah.
sense. We'll still just press through them all. Are those the usual starting points? Were any special rules used? Olga?
Nothing special. Usual game, the usual rules. If each man began with 3,500 points, then the total would be 7,000, guys. Oh my god.
No way. Judge just had
exactly
a me
six.
moment.
No, 7,000 points. I am better at
Please.
math than this judge.
Please. This isn't calculus. It's not even long division.
Ellipses.
Can Kristoff hear his thoughts?
It would be funny.
Hold it. What's the value of each chip?
Are the chips in the... Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used? Haha.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Huh? Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder?
Press harder.
Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
Explain? What is there to explain?
Poker chips are poker chips.
You look so smug.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not fish and chips.
It skipped automatically.
They're not fish and chips. Not a chip off the old block. Not a motorcycle cop. Not a...
Thanks. Now that I've pressed her, I better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even?
Yet, as I have been saying before, it was a game, not gambling.
Ooh.
Hard perhaps for a capitalist to understand. Boom, roasted!
Oh, yeah.
A...
Two types of chips, 100-point chips and 1,000-point chips.
Just to make sure.
Look at us being super sleuths.
So, if this is the way that she's saying it is, 1, 2,
7,000.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000. So that would be 5,000 per player.
But that
Yeah.
would mean no. But if it was the other way around,
Yeah, I know. I'm saying
so
she's
the red
lying.
chips have to be the more worth more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
I'm-
already established
Yeah,
that.
we
Okay.
already figured that out. I'm just saying for the case of the game, there's no
Do we have to
way.
present that evidence?
Yeah, probably. Shan.
It is not the money.
Justice?
He's
Sir.
warning us. He's warning us. We're about to get fucking played.
Don't you find her comment interesting?
In more ways than one, sir.
I'd have it add her to the testimony myself.
Add it. Yes, I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. Wish I knew where I was going with this.
Very well. Witness, if you would be so kind. Yeah. Yes,
Sorry,
Your Honor.
that was me that time. Alright, you piece of
You're really
shit.
trying to axe me out of my roles here, Winnie.
I'm not trying! You sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure?
It seems our new attorney is a bit confused.
I should also just re-clarify. Sometimes the game has characters cut other characters off, and it's not me. Just in case you were
Yeah.
confused at all about that.
A glance at the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten.
Really?
For safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court?
Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which are spicy?
Why, the big ones, of course. Duh.
Oh, I thought so too. But then I tasted one.
You tasted one?
Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points.
Yes. If my calculations are correct. No, please. You don't. I know how to do basic math. Please. I don't want to read this. Just skip it. I know how to do basic
Let's see,
math. I don't wanna
3
do
plus
that.
1, carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo
Now I've been made to look stupid.
that allegedly
Put
shows
my pants down.
all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points, and the small chips are worth 100 doubloons, and you add them up,
Now, which is it?
how about you tell us, Mr.
Yeah,
Winston
this
Bank?
guy.
Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you?
Boom, busted.
10,600 points. This shit don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony. I'm flying through hyperspace right now.
Gasp.
But
The way
why?
she's standing looks so uncomfortable. I would like to note that like both of her legs are pointed inwards. Like when we got to see the
back of her.
yeah. That was not the word I was gonna use, but yeah.
You were gonna say back shots, weren't you? That's alright.
Yeah.
Of age,
Uh,
according to the attorney records. How could this be? Exactly, Justice. You know what to do. You determine why.
Right. There's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. What? Okay, yeah, both were right. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. If all the chips were indeed shown in this photograph, there can only be one answer.
well, what is it?
The value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Wanna know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, and not the big ones.
Madness. Utter madness.
Show me that photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up.
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out yourself.
Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
But wait. The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing.
Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips still.
Can they not count?
No, they can't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, yeah.
900.
2,900 compared to 4,100. Are they dumb? That's crazy. Oh, there we
Ah,
go. Exactly.
exactly.
If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are a hundo, let's do a little math. If you can, add up the points for each side of the table. Sorry, he spoke for you there.
4,100 points?
Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible.
My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning! Now, Miss O'Reilly, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the moita. Weren't you?
Ah! Eek! Order! Order! It appears our defendant has lost his motive. And Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened.
I'm gonna say it.
No.
Oh.
What?
Excuse me? What is it, Miss O'Reilly? I didn't know to be saying this, but... Actually, you see,
See what, Miss O'Reilly? What do we see?
Spicy chips! Sorry. In the last hand, there was a cheat!
What?
Gasp.
A cheat? You don't mean... a trick?
Wait, or do you mean... a scam?
They're all the same thing.
Yes, there was a cheat in the last hand. That's why the game ends with the chips as they are.
Great. Just great. First we have lying, now cheating.
Well, this case certainly took a turn. For the interesting.
Witness, will you please testify to the court? Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
The final hand.
In the last hand, both men had a full house. I knew it! Sorry. There is 4 of each card in the deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, the cheat is more obvious.
I mean, they do have all of the aces out. Oh, is that an ace over there?
That's a 2.
That's a 2. Oh, okay.
2 clubs.
There's hearts there. Are there more cards that we can see? No, aces.
None of them seem to be an ace on the floor.
Yeah. Wait, it's the same here, right? Ace, ace, 7, 7. Ace, ace. I'm assuming those are the kings.
Wait, in that picture...
I think these are the kings, but it could... I think they're just too blurry to actually tell. Also, the coin count is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The next moment, the game becomes an argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took the bottle in his hand. Oh, poor Mr. Smith.
Miss O'Reilly, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning and lie twice already? I thought I smelled a cover-up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. What, are you talking to Twitch chat?
A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics.
Mr. Gavin, that is, why are you speaking to me? What's a full house?
Lawyers these days. You don't know your poker.
Can't say this bodes well for your case or career.
What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring?
Justice. You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and a 3 of a kind, yes?
Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes 3 of a kind.
Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair, and 1 3 of a kind.
Makes a full house.
That's a full house.
Like the TV show.
You can see each player's hands in this photo.
Wow, they both have full houses.
You forget that there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
Ahem. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a pro con man losing when they cheat? How was it clear?
Well, the defendant played a 5th ace.
A fifth
ace.
I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith had 3 aces.
Mr. Smith does not have 3 aces.
Well, we found the contradiction. Olga?
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking about the evidence. And Mr. Wright's too.
Obviously, cheating was a aloof foot. Or perhaps, should I say, a hand.
No. don't.
Your Honor. Your Honor. Execute this man.
Oh, sorry.
Very well. A witness. Stop trying to steal my
No,
card!
sorry, I'm empty-brained. I've been doing it by myself for so long.
It's just me you're doing it to.
I'm sorry.
Hey, he can't steal any of my lines.
Damn.
Very well. The witness will add this detail to her testimony, please.
Nah, man.
You're lying! You're lying!
It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name!
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony.
That's the photo of the chips, is it not?
Justice. Perhaps you ought explain your point in the way that the judge could comprehend. He's a bit of a fucking idiot.
Ugh!
Instead of, pointing your finger at it.
Yes, please point out the contradictions in this photo.
How do I... There we go. Miss O'Reilly, in your testimony you said the following dumb shit. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2.
Thinky!
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the third ace in question.
Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom.
Gasp! 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. I'm glad this judge can do basic math.
Sometimes.
Hardly proof of cheating. Wait, please! It is true. I've seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating. I swear to you.
That's odd.
That's odd. She lost her accent.
She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere I've seen her all day, after all of her other lying.
You're right to trust your instincts.
Mr. Gavin.
Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead. Your Honor, if I may, a suggestion.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind. Perhaps we might examine the actual cards.
The cards?
Mr. Payne. Yes. The player's hand that night was set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards?
Oh.
Wait, no, go back. So we should examine the blue cards because it's the blue cards that were on the table.
I don't know.
And they said they played with 2 cards, or 2 sets of decks.
Yeah, I actually don't know whose the blue ones are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit.
I guess we'll find out.
If you can choose the color, that would be good.
Now, which of these hands is more sussy?
I would say the victim.
I mean, the victim rolled 3 kings and 2 aces. It does
Yeah,
seem
that's pretty hard to get.
sus. It was the victim's hand that, quote, changed over the course of the witness's testimony. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards.
Very well, Mr. Payne, if you would.
Very well. Well, time's a wasting. Get to it, Justice.
Yes, sir.
Don't
Alright.
fucking embarrass me.
Only one of the cards has a blue back. I'm much more of a red guy myself. Blue is so... not red, you know?
Yeah, that's so crazy.
The card backs are red. For some reason I thought they were using blue-backed cards in the final hand.
Well, then this guy's cheating.
Yeah. Oh, I just did this.
When examining the evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. Try using up, left, down, right to turn in each way, and B and M to zoom in and out. That should give you a better perspective on the case.
Okay, let's do this.
You just did this too.
Ooh, it does want me to redo it. Well, what? Your Honor, look at this. I looked at these cards for a full 30 minutes. One of them is blue.
That's impossible! I put the cards in right hand. Ack.
What was that, Miss O'Reilly?
Oh man, she had a Freudian slip.
Ooh.
No, I merely said, I have eek.
Your Honor?
Mr. Gavin, yes?
Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat in poker?
Have the house cheat for you? To cheat?
I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend and a comrade, shall we say. The dealer.
Wait, so you mean... this witness? Miss O'Reilly?
She's such a professional, I wager.
Sorry.
It's fine. Order! Order!
Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her mistake. I'm not gonna read his weird miss-up. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard.
That's impossible!
Bull,
But I put that card in right hand!
hand. Ergo, Miss Olga O'Reilly conspired to cheat, not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Slim Shady.
Oh no!
This theme goes hard. Not only did
Hell
she
yeah.
cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim.
Wait, you don't mean... The defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly, are you?
Time for justice. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means... I am! The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly of Moida.
She's dead.
Good. She died! Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly?
It appears she's lost consciousness, Your Honor.
I sent a pog in the chat at the worst.
You did.
Mr. Justice?
Your Honor.
It seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
And that means...
This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
No. What?
I did it. I held out.
I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Ah!
Mr. Wright.
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook. Ridiculous.
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night.
As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
That was said before.
The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. 1 color per deck.
Why use different colored backs?
If we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed.
You used different colors and they still got mixed up.
We used the red deck for the last game.
I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards.
Whatever. In the end, 1 card was in the wrong color, got into the mix. Which means there was cheating.
Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet, this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo,
Me?
let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped?
When?
There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah. Thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course, it was
Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne. Or it might not be.
Nah.
I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped?
What is he on?
Well, if the cards were swapped before the murder, he would have known that the guy had the wrong card.
Well, wait, go back to that black and white picture of the dead victim. Nope. Nope.
The other
That
one,
one.
yeah.
So, this one we can clearly see the two aces, which means the cards would have had to have been swapped before the murder.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it was probably during the game, right? That's the
Yeah.
point. That's the only point in swapping the cards to begin with.
But why wouldn't Phoenix note that during the game? That his opponent was using the wrong color card.
That's a good point.
Everyone's
Well,
guilty.
also, there's this. There is just a blue card on the table,
Yeah.
which is
The
confusing.
blue deck of cards on the table, yeah.
Yeah, assuming they're all blue under that one.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. When was the card swap into the deck? If it was... Alright. During the murder makes no sense. I think we can agree on that.
Hmm.
I guess it could be after the murder, and whoever did it trying to frame him didn't know that the colors were different on the back. That could be the logic.
Probably.
Potentially a person who can't see color.
Man. Perhaps it happened after the moida.
What's that? Ridiculous. What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly.
Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible.
Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world. But very little impossible.
The only thing silly about you is your coat color and your haircut.
His hair.
What is that? Like olive green?
Yeah. Oh, even when the backs of the cards are a different color with a U, if you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time.
It's just color, Witty. Ah,
Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
Okay. This is going past silly and straight on to crazy. I ask again. What's the point of cheating after the game's over?
Motive.
Who would do that?
Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us.
there's another?
Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card?
Who?
The game, the murder, it is done. The victim's dead. Only two remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and
Witness.
a witness, Olga O'Reilly.
Okay, so who was it that swapped the red card for a blue?
Wouldn't it have been Olga because
It was my
The
teacher because I got
the guy
pudding
was
pie
dead? The guy was dead, okay, and he had lost. If she hadn't swapped the card, he would have lost, right?
Well,
I mean,
was gonna
they.
say Phoenix went to do the phone call afterwards.
Yeah. So how do you
So-
figure? Because without that swapping of the card, he wouldn't have had a 3 of a kind in his deck.
Um,
Well,
he did
apparently
play-
before he swapped the card, he had 3 aces and 2 kings,
mhm.
which is still a full house, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, that doesn't make sense because there couldn't have been 3 aces.
Olga,
But then
said
there would be 5 aces.
Then it proved that was a lie. He hadn't actually cheated. I think it was her. I do think it was her who swapped the card in order to make it look like the victim had won and have a reason for murder.
Yeah, it's all about motive, so.
why it must have been Olga who swapped the cards. She was trying to cover up evidence of the cheating.
That does make some sense.
Sorry. What the?
Phoenix!
But there's a problem with that explanation.
Huh?
The swapped card was from the wrong deck.
Yes, a blue card was stuck into a red hand.
Mixing a card from the wrong deck when the backs are different colors? Remember that you're talking about Olga O'Reilly.
Olga.
She was the dealer. Olga. Do you really think she would make such a novice mistake?
She could purposely have done it. What are we talking about?
Actually, I have trouble imagining even the judge making that mistake.
Give it a little more thought, Apollo.
Right. So I guess it was someone else? Because the implication is that it couldn't have been anyone that was there.
Mhm.
The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wrong, of course. And, well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga either.
What are you suggesting?
A totally logical conclusion, I'll admit. As a defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss O'Reilly at this point. You
Yes.
just did like a few minutes ago.
Yes, I know, I did just do that a few minutes ago, but she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card.
I'm gonna smack you. And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Oh no. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright?
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much fun all this is.
Fun. How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card is the defendant, and it wasn't Miss O'Reilly, then who was it?
Yeah. Well, that is the question, huh?
Precisely.
Huh?
I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction, a turnabout, if you would.
A
Ooh.
new direction?
We'll find that indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. And that someone made 2 critical mistakes.
I'm sure you're going to tell us the first of the swapping was the wrong color card.
Because the one who did the swap didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card.
Right. The person replaced the 5th ace with a king.
I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace, after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in.
But there's one problem.
According to our case records, this person doesn't exist.
True, not until now. But you have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Though, it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime.
What?
Gasp.
I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Roy.
The trial has proceeded on one central assumption. Namely that at the time of the incident there was only 3 people in that room.
I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption.
The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
I suppose that is a problem, yes? But then, why didn't Olga say anything either?
Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess.
Oh my, how scandalous.
Ha ha ha!
Oh my, Your Honor.
Very well. The trial will resume in 20 minutes.
Damn, they only need 20 minutes?
April 20th, 11:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
Wow, that took an hour and 52 minutes for that part of the trial in the game. In real life, it took 2 hours. So we're doing pretty good, I think. And by that I mean, it's bathroom break time, everybody.
Yay!
Yeah. I'm gonna get some water.
I'm gonna go...
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some more juice, and I'm gonna go bathroom.
I'm going to pee.
Dude. Doing the pain voice fucking is raspy.
Yeah, man. You could change the voice. I do that sometimes.
That's true, but I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
Also, you can just do an American accent for Kristoff if it's hard.
True.
Pretty awesome. No, my headcanon is he's Aussie.
Yeah, except you can't do an Australian accent.
That makes it funny.
Okay, I'll be back.
I'm gonna get some water. They're all gone. Penis, 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 penis.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, it is only me. Penis. 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 Penis.
I was there for the whole like phallic part.
What do you mean?
After you said, "Oh, I guess it is just me," I had just gotten back when you said that. Yeah. How you
Yeah.
doing today, Digit?
All right. Besides, like, the weird email I got.
Pyramid scheme? Yeah.
Yeah, pyramid scheme. I'm doing the interview at 3 p.m. So I'm gonna see if it is a
Interesting.
pyramid scheme. It's definitely a pyramid scheme, but I'm just
Have
gonna
you
waste
like
the time.
looked up their business on Google?
I have. It's apparently a branding firm, quote unquote,
Hmm.
which is like weird. And I was looking at their like past what's it? Past jobs or services, I guess you could say. And it's just like from like I don't know, they're not like companies either. It's just like regular ass people.
Yeah, that sounds
Iffy. And then two, I was looking at the name or not the name, the CEO, and it's a different one from what I searched up. On the website it says one different dude, and the other one on his Instagram business one is a different one. So it's weird.
hmm.
I was also looking up their what's it online from previous people who worked there. They said it was like really bad and they only paid $30 a day.
Oh.
And I'm like, not not something what I'm looking for. And essentially it's just basically like door to door salesman people. And I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Have you heard from any other jobs?
Mm, I did. Um, the Marriott Hotel. They said like, nah, we're looking for a different type of person. I think I already said it before.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, no other places yet. And I still gotta file my W-2.
Yeah, man.
And Len Crafters, a glasses shop I applied to,
Yo.
so that's cool. And then what's it? I told my mom that I applied to a bunch of these places, and she's like, "Oh, I'll ask like some of my friends. They like work in New York City. I wonder if they'll like see if there's something nearby or whatever." I'm like, "All right, cool, thank you." Which like I don't mind doing the travel. It's fine, jumping the gates and shit.
Hmm.
I mean, there is the Harry Potter place in New York City that is charging, or not charging. They pay 19 an hour. Uh,
Yo.
however, however, it is 3-day minimum, but I think the hours were from 7 a.m. till 11 p.m.
I'm back.
I hope.
Welcome back.
And essentially, it'll be 3 days minimum that I have to work there. If I were to work there, that'll be over 48 hours. And if they ask me to do more, that would be like almost 50 plus. And I'm like, yeah, money's good and all, but like I would be super tired after like 3, 4 days. So no, thank you. And then there's Starbucks as well that they're looking for people. But we don't fuck with Starbucks.
No,
Yeah.
they make people work on Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're known for union busting. I wouldn't support Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't like their clientele anyway, did you?
Sure. I was thinking about applying to Dunkin' that's near me.
That's
But
a
I'm like-
donut place, right?
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts.
Connor?
Yeah, I know. We have one.
No, was that a joke? Or were you being serious?
Yeah, that was a joke.
Okay. I couldn't tell. I don't know how America runs on a donut.
No, they run on Dunkin'.
Mm-hmm. Dunking on people.
Ooh. Are we good to get back into the game?
I mean, I'm down.
Yep. Well, that was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. Just only claimed there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth?
Well, now, I think you would know the answer to that.
Fuck if I know. Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that there were... I can't do this accent anymore, fuck.
Then stop.
I want to do it, but I can't do it. Anyway. I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome.
I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Kristoff.
Justice?
Yes, sir.
The judge has summoned me to his chambers. So, I'll be gone for a few minutes.
Good luck.
You did well, Apollo.
Can I ask you something, Hobo Right?
Sure.
That locket you wear, is that really yours, buddy?
Ah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket. Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there.
No.
I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter.
Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days.
One more Quebin. The one who cheated that night. Was it you?
Ellipses. What do you think?
Huh?
You know what happened 7 years ago? What I did? It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat.
I never. Honest. But it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 entire years.
Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and win. Poker.
Eh?
You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case.
Poker is like trial law.
Figure out what your opponent's thinking, and you win.
Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds.
I think not.
Nerd emoji.
Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable sort of information.
You're kidding!
That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice?
No. Come on, who'd notice that?
Do they know, chat?
Words, habits, twitches, twitch.tv/witty with, what is that, like 7 Ys? It's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you.
But, I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals.
No, you can do it.
Huh?
You just don't know it yet.
What is he blabbering about?
But you will. Soon. You'll be just as goofy as me. Ah, almost forgot. One more thing about this case. You should know, I haven't told the truth to anyone yet.
Bro.
What? I knew it!
I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power.
My, power? I had no idea my cords of steel were that special.
It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best.
Thank you, Felix, right?
Anything for you, bestie.
Ooh, I guess we could have gone here and then took our break.
Yeah.
There was no way we could have known.
Yeah, haha.
Haha.
Yeah. I guess we'll keep going. Are we good to keep going?
Yeah, I'm down.
Digit Shannon?
April 20th, 12:14 p.m.
Did you-
District Court, courtroom
I'll be
number 2.
Okay.
I'm good.
The court will now reconvene. Has our witness, Miss Olga Orley, recovered?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness.
Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again.
That's the thing, you see. She's quite fatigued.
You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne.
Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusal to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request Miss O'Reilly to take the stand.
Very well. The witness will take the stand.
Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession?
Ellipses.
Thank you.
Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you were a poor liar and a poorer loser.
No, I'm not.
Ooh.
Name's Olga Orley. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me. Oh,
You have to say it.
Olga Quick Fingers O'Reilly.
I bet they do!
Oh, really? Want to know something else? I'm not Russian. Yeah, I knew it.
Say the next part.
And my last name sounds like, oh really? We were
Yo.
all on to it.
Yeah.
There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied.
Witness, you're weird.
She changed shoes.
She did. You will
Yeah.
tell the court what you were really up to that night.
Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Fine.
Continues the lie.
Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game. As a waitress.
Whoops, that's me. So, you were in cahoots with the victim.
Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand. And then deal 5 aces during one of their games. And when their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut. You swap the card? Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it, it would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed into pieces. Indeed. Getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on all of his prior wins. A 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan.
Oh really? Oh really? How droll.
It's droll.
But I said what I said.
Damn.
A mistake?
I agree. The trap was elegant. Yet what happened to that planted card?
Hey, that's right.
He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be to slip free from that trap laid by Olga Quickfingers already. Oh, really? The witness would be much cuter if she... I hate this guy.
Yeah.
If she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick.
That is 1 point to the tally of the judge being weird towards women counter, I think. Is this 1 so far?
I
So
think
far, I
so.
Hey, it's only been 2.5 hours, so... I mean, I think, hey, for a Phoenix Wright game, that's pretty good.
Cute? Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad. When you're through being bad, perhaps you can testify to
Roasted.
real. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung.
Like Springtrap?
Best laid traps.
One more
That
stretch.
night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was a no-good cheating defendant. A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark. The trap was perfect, I tell you! Perfect! If that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up...
Look who's talking.
Well, the testimony for what it's worth is all yours, Mr. Justice.
With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Ooh, zing. Did you guys catch her thing,
Yeah.
Connor?
What thing?
Is Connor
Like
here?
what she said.
No,
Yeah,
she...
no.
No, what she did.
Right...
Here.
Right here. Boom! What's with the hand, lady? Oh! Wait, isn't that a little odd?
What's odd?
You searched Mr. Wright, thoroughly and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat. Which means he had no reason to strike the victim.
Well,
I'm having a heart attack.
well, I'm having a heart attack.
What was that just now? I sensed something.
Something wrong, Mr. Justice?
No,
This is his ability.
nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press her a little harder?
Press hard!
Miss O'Reilly, you're hiding something.
What are you talking about? You... Me? Quick Fingers O'Reilly? Hiding something?
The defense will refrain from baseless accusations.
Oh, I assure you they're based. I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true?
Of course it's true. I did see it. Honest. I saw it when Wright hit him. With my own eyes, I saw it.
What's this weird vibe I'm getting?
The witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Moni. Did you notice? Touching her neck. Oh, that's you. My bad.
Touching her neck,
Caught up
was
in the
it?
moment.
So this is the trippy part of the game.
Is it the lock thing?
No. Apollo has his own magic thing that is just focusing. Whoa, what's going on? This sensation. It's coming into focus. There, that twitch. It's so clear. It's like I could perceive her habit, like I couldn't before.
Gotcha!
He has the fucking Sharingan,
Gotcha,
Pretty
bitch.
much.
I guess.
Byakugan, or whatever.
Miss O'Reilly, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself.
Unaware of what?
Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand.
My neck? So what?
What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of sort.
When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory, and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it.
Memory. Would someone care to explain what he's blabbering about?
This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us?
Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. So what would remind her of the moment of the crime? Miss O'Reilly, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed it happens when you think about the moment of the crime. Must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an inseparable impression on your neck is, I guess, the bottle. I guess. Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. And what reminds us more of that moment than this bottle, the Moida weapon?
Gasp.
Ellipses! Exclamation point.
Yes! But, something doesn't fit. If you were only the witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain?
Digit.
What is he talking about now?
It was Mr. Smith, the victim who was hit, not you!
This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjuncture. The witness's habits, they're completely irrelevant.
Justice, I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination.
I'll explain later. Just trust me, I didn't pass the bar. Now's our only chance to break her.
What
I'm
was
sorry?
The last part?
Miss O'Reilly, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment.
What? No, I know nothing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're all ellipses right now.
I'll have us all say it anyway.
Ellipses.
Ellipses!
Ellipses. We know you're not Russian.
Ellipses, bitch.
Is that a typo?
Huh?
No, never mind.
The witness will testify, please, now. Again? Bah, fine.
Do we have evidence against that?
For what?
Phone call, I guess.
Yeah, we know he made the phone call, but
Yeah, that's not direct enough, I think. That's okay, we'll press it. You seem Oh wait, does it say he left? He went to the first floor.
First floor, yeah.
Yeah.
You seem uneasy.
You try standing up here.
Her eyes are darting all over the place. I must be getting warm. Tell me, after the crime, what was the defendant like?
Oh, well, he must have been stunned by the weight of his crime.
Ooh.
He sat in a daze at the table until the cops came.
Intriguing. I believe you've gotten all the testimony you're gonna get out of this witness. So, what do you think about her testimony?
I'll tell you what I think. Her testimony is basically
Bonkers.
bogus. It contradicts the evidence.
What's that?
Well, show us this evidence, Mr. Justice. This evidence that you claim contradicts the testimony.
She didn't let him out of her sight until the cops got there. I know there's some evidence that contradicts Mr. Lincoln. Miss O'Reilly, my bad. We have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant.
Huh?
And we know that the defendant never left the room, climbed
That's a weird sound I just
Whoops.
made.
I actually read that wrong. We know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs. What were you saying, Shan?
Oh, I was saying I made that noise oddly.
Oh, La Mayonnaise. And made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bowl Club.
Hold up.
I said ack.
Oh, it did
I guess
not.
it didn't come from
It
my
did
mouth.
not, yeah. So explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. Whew.
The
Shannon.
man who picked up the bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant.
This cutscene again. Showdown time. You dirty cheat! Check his pockets now!
Old goods,
You
guns,
lose.
gun.
Ah!
Oh,
Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right, and he hit me.
You, some master of cheating you turned out to be.
Eek. When I came to, the victim was already dead. Is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be suspect for sure.
Ooh, yeah, better to let someone else get convicted of the crime, I guess. That's fine.
Ellipses.
Ellipses.
Dots.
Well, where does this leave us?
Madness. This is madness. I'm dreaming.
It must have been me who was hit with the bottle. I'm imagining all of this.
It appears our prosecution is at his wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events?
Dots.
Mr. Gavin, sir?
I believe that as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss O'Reilly a big fat fucking liar.
Whew. What?
You heard me, bitch. 3 were in the room that night of the murder. The defendant, victim, and her.
You heard me, bitch. Jesus.
I'm gonna get a clip of that after.
Yeah.
She has a motive.
A motive?
Yeah, no man. Her plot
Damn.
foiled. The witness got in an argument with her client, Mr. Smith.
Hey man, I'm like your student. Don't call me dumb. I'm trying.
You embarrassed me earlier.
Little dummy man? Little stupid?
The argument was murder.
What? I'm no killer! It's a trap! Someone's trying to frame me! Only guilty people would say that. Phoenix!
What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive.
Shut your mouth, you fucking hobo.
So tangled, we catch ourselves in the process.
Mr. Wright?
Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin.
They just...
Is there a
Sorry.
Christoph Gavin in the court?
What are you saying?
Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder?
Right. Like Mr. Right was saying before recess.
A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the cards didn't know two colors of cards were being used. A fourth person.
This theory again. Your fourth person does not exist.
Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal.
The real criminal?
And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less.
What?
Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, I don't.
Remember what I said. The fourth person who swapped the cards made one critical error.
He or she or they weren't considering the color on the back of the card.
Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there's one person here, in our court, who thought those cards were blue.
Yeah, I had that impression too. But why?
Well, Apollo, think you could figure out who it was?
Not me, I swear.
Who is the fourth person?
Why do I always get put on the spot like this?
Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it? Who thought the cards used in the final game were blue?
What do you guys think?
Fuck, I don't remember.
It has to be the victim, because, like,
No,
Well, hold
I don't
on.
think it is. Yeah, I think it's Christoph Gavin. Because he mentioned at the start that they were like...
close friends.
No. He said something, like, weird, like, about the blue cards. Like, the blue flames or whatever.
Oh, yeah, he was poetic about it.
Yeah.
Hey, we can do that.
I'm happy
no
to
idea.
announce you guys are correct.
As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair.
Christoph?
I was right.
Christoph Gavin, you were the fourth person that night.
Oh, but of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards.
How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which of the cards are blue, and the other ones, the ones on the floor or the table.
But look, you can see the colors in this photo.
Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light.
Oh my god.
It is true that the defendant was engaged in the game of poker with the victim.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was only that, a game, in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor.
A competition.
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Ashes. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame. No, its final outcome. Come.
This is a pancakes moment.
Well, Christoph, How are those delicious pancakes?
Mr. Four Dots Gavin?
Mr. Gavin, is something the matter?
Hmm? No, nothing. Excuse me. It was just so sudden. Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you?
Oh, Crystal? You know, even I'd never take a joke this far.
Has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity.
The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder.
I assure you, I'm quite sane.
But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim?
I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either.
Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim, they've never met.
Well, what if they have?
Huh?
There is a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started.
What are you suggesting?
Is this the tooth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to the court.
The defense would like to request no such thing.
Mr.
Can we
Gavin?
objection back to him?
Testimony
go
is supposed to relate
objection
to
back.
fate.
Maybe.
How could anything happen before the game of poker be related?
What do you mean? What does that mean? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin.
As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss O'Reilly.
Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this?
Whoops, I'm so sorry.
Oh, he is the defense, not you. Stop snuffing me, Witty!
I'm not trying! I have dumb hands and I fidget and I was messing with the space
What
bar.
else did you toy then?
Man.
Rah!
Dang. Getting toasted on your own stream.
Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you.
Oh. Okay.
Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony?
God damn
Fucking
it.
duh.
Of course we don't. We're alright.
No!
I'm kidding. This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along.
What the hell?
I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court.
Yeah, to Justice. You would betray me, your teacher?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the tooth.
Very well. The defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please.
With pleasure.
Hey, my gold.
Appetite before murder.
That evening, Christoph and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christoph left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin.
Mr. Gavin! You were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder?
I dine with him rather frequently.
And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder.
Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him.
You were planning this all along, weren't you, Mr. Wright? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial?
The only thing I want is the truth,
Get dunked on!
as I did back then and now.
I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense. It appears that I was wrong.
Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Justice,
Sir.
he's lying. And you're going to expose him.
Huh?
Sorry. Malthus redeemed hydrate and stretch really quick.
Which goes for everyone in the call right now.
No!
Okay.
I mean, I have water here.
Big stretch.
Big stretch.
Let me
Thank
get
you,
a sippy
Malthus.
of my water.
If there are more in the future, I will extend it to just whoever wants to do it. But we all could use a single hydrate and a single stretch, I think. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Are we
Who
all...
needs to stretch? Not me.
It feels so good to raise your arms up and pop your shoulder, man. I love that. It's so good.
Pop and shoulders. You need to see a doctor.
I'm kidding.
I mean, I kind of just cracked my sternum.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
And you weirdo.
Oh,
What? I don't even know what that is.
It's the part...
the sternum?
You know where my chest hole is at, Connor? Yeah. It's the bone that normally holds up your skin in that spot. So,
Yeah, Woody's missing piece.
I'm not missing it, it's just bent back.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You just gotta heat it up with a blowtorch and move it back into place.
That's a,
Real, like, 1,000-degree bone versus skin.
or get a plunger.
understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This cannot end well. Why can't I have a normal trial?
Why can't I have a normal teacher?
Did he give us this photo? No,
Yeah, we have it.
he did not.
We have that photo. We have that photo.
Christoph and I had dinner. Yeah, we have this photo. I think he
That's the photo he was talking about.
Oh, okay. So we set heel.
Yep. One of them had the borscht.
Shady Smith walked in 5 minutes after he left. Smith hit the lady. She knocked out. He was uncontrollable. When he came back, he was dead, with blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. I mean, I guess it's more like a blunt thing. I guess it cut. Okay, we'll just go in order and press, I guess. Sorry, I have to go all the way back to the beginning to do that. Hold it! You had dinner with Mr. Gavin?
Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Bowl Club quite frequently. We were enjoying a usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual.
Usual.
I always eat at the table closest to the piano.
Shit.
I see where Mr. Smith was sitting.
So, the plates and such on the table were from your dinner.
Indeed, the remnants of my meal with Christoph. We dined for 2 hours, then Christoph left. after that.
5 minutes. So the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time.
That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure.
Did you?
Hello?
You like went underwater, but did you? You
Oh,
said
I'm
he
sorry.
he he.
Yeah.
It sounded like.
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Wright. What was it that you said? Christoph, Gavin, and Shady Smith may have met.
Hayden grows hair out?
I believe I did say that.
I hate that so much.
Here, I was all nervous about this meeting.
Has your girlfriend ever played this game, Connor?
No.
Okay.
And now we hear they just passed in the hall.
That does seem a little weak as a pretense for murder.
Oh, it would be, if that were all that really happened.
Come on, Mr. Wright. What are you hiding this time? About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga O'Reilly mentioned. Having a hard time with Miss tonight. Olga.
The plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was playing cards in the... I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, hand. And then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search right. He would pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut.
You swapped the cards.
Let me
Just like that, the legend would be dashed into pieces.
Good job.
Yes, a harmless prank, in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it.
A quirk.
This
yeah,
guy's
have you ever heard of My Hero Academia?
Yup.
I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card.
The card she planted.
Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game.
Disposed? Where?
There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me.
What?
Turn the bottle around. It's in the... Would it be in the inside on the back of the label?
It's empty.
Try clicking on the label to see if you can peel the label off.
Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently it's his favorite drink. Yeah, there's nothing else to click on.
It'll probably get triggered once we get to dialogue.
I threw the card inside the bottle.
Well, contradiction.
An empty bottle of grape juice.
The mighty weapon?
Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see.
A bottle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like a terrific drama.
A card inside the murder weapon? That is strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look, now that it's been mentioned, but after we get through this part.
Mr. Wright, the poker head of courtroom number 3 approves of this battle of wits.
I like throwing my name around today.
Please revise your testimony with this new information.
I discovered the trap during the game and disposed of the card and the bottle.
That you did, Phoenix Wrong. That you did. Okay, yeah. All empty. Objection! Mr. Wright, if I may.
Yes.
I've examined the bottle and I don't see any card in here.
Well, that's not the real bottle. No. Ellipses.
Yes.
What? Mr. Wright, surely this isn't all you have to say for yourself.
I can't say that I know what happened to the card. I did put it in that bottle, however.
Huh?
Perhaps a 5th person came and took it out. Oh, and a 6th could have helped.
Destroy.
Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client.
Oh, my bad, OG.
My bad, original gangsta.
I won't have you disparage our investigation either. We looked inside the bottle. There was nothing.
So what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear?
In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid the decisive contradictions calls for decisive evidence.
Oh.
Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO.
Ugh. Why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? You made the call to the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct?
Exactly. Cell phones don't get a signal down in the hideout.
I have to yawn. Was anyone else on the first floor at that time?
Not a soul. It was the middle of the night after all. So there, in the darkened restaurant, I called the cops. After making the call, I returned to the hideout. It didn't seem right to leave the injured waitress all alone.
And when you returned, the victim was already...
Dead, yes. I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in.
A little?
He was bleeding from his forehead, after all.
I guess I'd be startled too if I walked in on a scene like that. Could you explain why you called Mr. Gaddon?
I'd obviously gotten involved in a rather sticky affair. And I figured Kristoff's law offices would give me a friend rate for my defense fees.
Glad to hear you intend to pay.
Oh, I'll pay in full, Kristoff. It was I who got you involved, after all.
You may find the price of your defense quite high, my good friend. Quite high.
Is this the truth that Mr. Wright was talking about?
Justice, you know what you have to do. Kill him.
Yes, sir. I have to think. What's Mr. Wright trying to tell me with his testimony? The truth has to be in there somewhere. We technically didn't press this one after it got updated, so... Why in the bottle?
I perceived my opponent's intent immediately. I'm used to entrapment, you see. I knew what was coming.
Ho ho! So you struck first. I like that.
I know every trick in the book. They don't work on me. I'm the guy.
At least when you get lucky and stick your hand in your pocket, they don't. Well, I had a thought. I mean... I don't know. I guess the bottle isn't fully transparent. But you can't see it in any of these.
Yeah, I don't know. My thing is that the guy, like, he left the waitress alone with the guy, even though she had already been knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, A, wouldn't he be trying to go after him next? And B, why would you leave a guy who's, like, just beat the shit out of someone in a room alone?
I'm just gonna read this one again. I'm gonna go with the autopsy on him saying there was a cut on his forehead just because I, like, don't know what else to do right now. It was wrong. Okay. My only other thought at the moment would be to present one of these and say that
The bottle's still there.
the bottle's still there, I guess.
Wait, how would he have had a cut on his forehead if the bottle wasn't broken?
I don't know. The entire time they've been, like, glossing over the fact that he was bludgeoned with a bottle that didn't break. I'm not really sure how to present that. The bottle was also used to knock this girl out.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I get what you're saying. It's not... It shouldn't have cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Was there something else there that could have...
You don't sound very sure, Mr.
Oh, I was skipping
Objection
through it.
overruled.
Sorry. I was just kinda... I was skipping through my text and your text, just to, like, get through that. What, Connor?
Was there something else there that could have cut him?
Cards. Maybe a fork?
Maybe.
Oh,
Could be the photo
you
from
wouldn't
bed.
have seen the cut on his forehead. Because he had the hat.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Wright, if I may.
Yes.
Take a look at this photograph. Every time
Every time
I
I
look...
do, it makes me laugh.
Yep, see the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see blood on his forehead.
Good point.
Christoph had a heart attack.
Not trying to point out an inconsistency. Put a little more oomph to it.
The judge had a heart attack.
Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court?
Ah, I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put that hat on his head.
Oh, of course he was. Eh?
You put the hat on the dead man's head?
He wore it through our entire poker game. After calling the police, when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view. Shining bright, just like in this photograph.
Damn.
And?
I picked his hat up off the floor and put it onto his head.
Why would you do a thing like that?
All I can say is, I'm sorry. But that's the only thing I touched at the crime scene.
So, Miss O really didn't see it? It being the victim's, his head.
I'd think not. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head.
Here we go again.
Mr. Gavin?
Pardon? It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case.
Hey, he's still our client, isn't he?
I believe that's enough of that.
Mr. Gavin?
This witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies.
Sheesh.
I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago.
Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Christoph. I never knew.
I believe it was you who threw the first stone.
Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it is now or never. You will die.
Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here.
Eh?
When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well.
A reason?
That reason is right here.
Your cellular device.
That night, recall that I spoke with Defense Attorney Gavin after calling the police. Just in case, I recorded our conversation.
Oh shit.
What's this?
Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court. Let me throw it back.
Oh yeah.
Kristoff, I seem to be in a bit of trouble.
What's this? Game not going well?
Something like that.
That gentleman who you challenged, he turned out to be good.
He turned out to be dead.
Hmm.
Someone hit him. Hard.
You mean someone cracked that flawless bone china plate? It wasn't you, was it?
Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that.
Bone china plate.
A kind of porcelain. Very smooth and shiny, and not plate, but...
Pate.
Pate?
Pate.
Well, I think the way they said it was pate if he thought it was plate.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's meant to be pate or not, but...
I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead.
The court appreciates the defendant's discretion is in not indicating my forehead.
Wait a second. Something's a little sus about that phone call. So, after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, nom nom nom, he left the Borscht Bowl Club?
Most certainly.
Then how did he know? When did he see this bone china pate?
Oh, that's right.
Yes. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light.
Dots.
Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court? Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head?
Oh, this is your reason? The reason why you put the victim's hat back on?
Your point, Mr. Gavin?
It's come down to this, has it? Phoenix Wright.
Gasp. Order!
Judge.
I will have my order, Mr. Payne!
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe the court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear the defense attorney Gavin's testimony?
Well, as a prosecutor, I...
Very well. We'll break for 10 minutes.
Yay!
After which, Mr. Gavin will take the stand for a cross-examination. Are we clear on that?
Crystal clear, Your Honor.
Very well. This will be the final recess for today.
Yay! Are we Dunyan Rings, fellas? You guys getting tired?
Well, I do have to go to bed because I have work tomorrow.
Yeah.
April 20th, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 3.
And boom shakalaka, this is where we'll come back next time.
Yeah.
Boom. We are...
It's been a interesting trial
Yeah,
so far.
very,
And
I would
Christmas,
say,
too.
the most interesting first trial of a game so far. Hey, don't look
God,
at
they
that.
were cooking, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, for the stream chat, thanks for don't look at that guy. Let's just, yeah, let's kill the stream. Thanks for coming by stream. To my fellas that aren't following Shannon, Connor, or Digit on Twitch, you can go do that. They are being pinged in the stream title already, so that's easy enough. Thank you for coming by and watching, and thank you to you guys for doing the voices with me. It's a lot easier than having to do them all myself.
Yeah. Nope.
Ride my bestest.
We will see you guys next time we feel like doing this. Goodbye!